Hi everybody from a beautiful evening here in central Portugal. The days have been hot, but the evenings are basically perfect. And I've been hard at work on the Craic Shack foundation. I just finished up for the day, so I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm gross, and I'm in need of a shower and a rest. But this video is about so much more than just stonework. I started off with one of our work days down at Sinead's place, where we continue work on her bathroom kitchen project, which involves a lot of carpentry stuff. Then I head down the next day to see what she has in store for her water feature. She has this amazing water mine and has some big plans, and the work has finally started on that, so that's really cool, and it's going to be fun to follow along with that. I also venture down to Sancha's place because she's arriving soon, and I would love to get some brambles and vines cleared so that we can pick the olives more easily. I go into the garden and do some harvesting and some work down there as well, and then the focus is stonework at the end of the video. So there's a lot packed in here. It's a long one, and I think you're gonna really like it. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a like, and I'll see you again at the end of the video. It's a glorious morning, and I have a wheelbarrow here full of tools because these are going on a little road trip down to Sinead's place because today is
my day.
Lady Builder Day.
My day.
You excited?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited because I have a project that has been neglected and I'm ashamed. I'll show you the picture. It's just the toilet.
Yeah, it is kind of a, you know, it's an interesting tool shed. It's an interesting tool shed.
I've taken every tool. Here we go. Are you building the entire thing today?
I gotta
Maybe we are.
That is impressive. I'm very curious. And I have some face masks.
Oh yeah, great.
There you are.
Safety first, you know.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some sanding, I believe, is in our future. So
I'm going to take this.
in you go. You're going to stick that on here.
Yeah, and I won't break anything.
This is
I've done it.
this is very impressive. You've done this before. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
I have.
wait. You have a leg caught. Okay.
I have done it before.
All right. This is actually ridiculous.
Let's go build my house.
All right. Let's do it. Nice turn.
Thanks very much.
Nice technique.
Take it wide, that's what they say. Take
Yeah.
it wide. Yeah. She should be fine.
Okay. Well,
Okay, see you down there.
I'll see you very soon.
Take a ladder. We're going high.
Okay. Sounds good. I wish you luck. If I hear a crash, I will come running. So I didn't hear a crash on Sinead's way down. I'm going to assume everything is fine. My job for the morning. First task, head down there with a ladder, and then I'm looking forward to diving into the work. So I think I'm only about a month in, but I'm really loving these shared work days. I love the sense of camaraderie. I love just community spirit that you get from helping your friends. I love the shared knowledge, and it's just fun. We all get along, we all have a good laugh. And Barbara is somebody who's very experienced in building, and any opportunity I get to work with her is great. Plus Elaine is amazing at stonework. Sinead is an excellent carpenter, and yeah, everyone just loves to have a go at everything. So it's been a wonderful experience so far, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's nice to have a diversity of projects as well. Sinead is doing mostly carpentry stuff at the moment. She's building with wood for her bathroom. Barbara's really doing a lot of earth stuff. And Elaine is going to end up doing something very similar to me, I think. I've sort of given her some ideas based on my design for the Craic Shack. And so I think she's going to employ some of those ideas. And so together maybe we can problem solve as we build our structures. So it's been great. I love it. I'm having a fantastic time, and it's just always nice to help people out. And I'm excited to see what Sinead has in store for us. Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Actually, I think it's been a little while since I've been down and shown people your amazing kitchen. It's been some fabulous progress.
I feel like not enough.
Not enough? Well, what do you have in store for us?
So today, the kitchen needs walls.
Okay.
And the bathroom also needs walls to be finished. So this is going to be replicated everywhere.
Okay.
So we have a lot of cutting and a lot of sanding. We don't need to. Oh, I learned a lesson. I sanded the bejesus out of the back of these for God knows what reason, and then now I'm covering it up so you'll never see it. So we're only going to sand one side.
All right.
Today.
Amazing.
And then we're going to put in another wall here and a wall there. I don't expect.
So we've got our work cut out for us.
We have a lot of woodwork.
Set some high expectations. We can do this.
Yeah.
Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning, Kirsty.
You ready for some work?
Ready?
Yeah.
All
Ready
right.
for rock and roll?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I better put the camera away and get stuck in then.
Yeah.
Nice acting. And what are you saying?
That looks serious, eh?
You happy?
Very. There's a monumental amount of work.
What is the next step?
For today?
For today, yeah.
Oh, the next step I think is I'm going to stick the rice on.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely next step.
yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Would you like to grab this side of the bucket?
I would love to.
Monumental.
I'm just going to film us carrying a bucket because
Why not?
why not? Why not? Excellent riveting footage of us carrying a bucket. I'd like to show, oh, almost made it exciting. I'd like to show all of the tasks, all of the different things that we get up to here.
Sure.
I mean, carrying buckets around is actually quite a common thing that we do.
I agree.
There's a lot of carting stuff around.
I agree.
So what is this bucket for?
This is your kindling.
Oh, lovely.
Kindling, just to dump it
On. Alright, firewood prep begins.
Yeah, I might organise that later. Maybe I'll organise that later.
And then in here we have Sinead's remnants from last year. This is oak, and we're hoping to order more oak, but the guy just doesn't seem to be getting back to me. Cheers!
Cheers!
Our workday was amazing as always. Sinead got a lot of stuff done that she wanted to power through. And I decided to start my morning by wandering down again to her place to check out some work she's doing on her water feature. She has this crazy water mine that goes all the way into the hill, and her neighbor Joachim, who knows all about water mines, decided to help her out for the day, digging out the old sludge, creating a place for the water to drain out, in preparation for the digger coming in a few days. I don't know the full plan, but she's got some really cool ideas in store, so I thought I would wander down and see what she's up to. Well, good morning. Fancy seeing you here.
I have a Rio.
You have something going on here? Kind of a canal.
Rio de Sinead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I'm not sure what it is.
I know. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my land in here. Anyway, so there is a thing called an Uberno under this ground here, which is like an underground canal. This is my understanding with my very basic Portuguese. Very, very basic. And it's blocked, and that's why all this water is being captured here. Oh, that, and we've also pulled the plug on the water mine, which I thought would release all of the water in the side of the mountain. However, I do not think that is the case.
That's not how it works, is it?
Yeah. So the reason why I'm releasing the water is because I want to get into the water mine and clean it out.
And why do you want to do that?
Because then I'm going to build a wall in front of it to protect the water, and then put a cap on it, and then keep the water inside the water mine clean for my own usage, and then have like a little waterfall feature into what will future be my lago.
This is phase one. It looks pretty extreme, but
This is phase one, yeah.
yeah, very cool.
So he's been here since the early hours, doing his thing and just telling me what to do, and sometimes get out of his way. And
so
sometimes
Joachim has some experience in this realm.
I think he was maybe born in the water mine. I'm not sure. I think he and the water mine he knows what's going on. I didn't think the plan was just to release it into the bottom terrace.
But
That's kind of where it's going right now.
well, now you have a wetland,
I have a wetland, yeah.
and it is quite wet. I had quite great difficulty getting here.
Oh no, there's so much water in that.
Yeah.
Like, I took out 3,500 litres and filled up my tank earlier this morning, and it removed this much, and the water when you get in is up to here.
Wow, we are water rich down here.
Very water rich. Yeah, very water rich.
All right. Well, that's the scoop down here. Very exciting stuff.
It's great, isn't it?
I'm impressed and curious.
And I'm also a little bit nervous.
Okay, cool.
But now I'm thinking maybe opening my water feature and having it kind of going into the bottom terrace.
That's kind of what I thought you were going to do.
Yeah, I was thinking about blocking it here, but now I'm thinking of actually maybe having it go back as far as, like, I'm taking that tree out because it's dead.
Yeah. You could revive it by keeping that thing alive.
Yeah, I could. I think instead of having like a straight water feature, what if I had a water feature that goes like...
Wait, what is it going to do?
You didn't understand that?
One more time? I'm still not...
You're not getting it?
So the tree will be an island.
I think. And then just have like the wall, but then have slopey things. I don't know. I think when the digger comes, maybe next week, maybe next year, then maybe I'll get creative.
What? You're off to a fine start? Joachim's going for it in there?
Yeah.
Bon trabalho, Joachim.
Respect.
Bon trabalho.
Bom trabalho.
Yeah, sing.
Bonito.
All right, well, I'll see you in a few hours, and I'm very curious to see what's up.
Okay, see you later.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Adios.
I feel like I'm just trusting Joachim, so I'm just going to go with it.
I think it's good to trust your neighbors. So I came up to water the garden and do some stuff up here. And Sinead has followed me looking for
This baby.
the sledgehammer because there's a momentous thing about to happen. So I'm going to go back down. I'm going back down.
We're taking the wall down. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I have no opinions. I have fears. I have fears, but no opinions.
All right. I'm not sure how to feel. I'm interested. Curious and excited. Curious and excited.
Yeah.
Brute force and ignorance.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with we seem to be conversing in a very strange way. We just talk at each other and agree. I don't really understand him. He doesn't understand me. But from the body language, I think he understands what I want.
He wants a sledgehammer,
He wants to
and
break the wall.
you've understood that.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign.
Yeah.
You going for it, or is Joachim doing it?
No, I think I can do it. I just want to check with my boss first. Yeah?
I think we do need a tractor.
The mountain is draining. She is beautiful. I mean, I guess I could make it wider, but what's the point?
All right, guys, good luck. And I'll see you soon.
Ciao.
I got work to do. Okay, so I'm back up at my place after a little bit of adventure this morning. And I gotta say, I'm super inspired by Sinead's great leap forward on her project, both with her kitchen bathroom and her water source. And so with that in mind, I feel very motivated and inspired to continue working on the tool shed. I'm gonna try to get most of the stones out of these piles and into their locations. And I'm gonna try to use up the 2 premixes that I have left before it rains in a couple days. So I definitely have my work cut out for me, but it's early, I'm feeling energized. I've got lots of stones to choose from for the moment. And my goal is to build up the top of the stonework to be more or less even-ish, filling in the gaps in between, and basically finishing off the foundation. So, time to find some decent rocks. So the stones are going in surprisingly well, but can always use more. And I've got these two stones that were previously in the door threshold that I removed. And they both have flat front faces, which is a good thing for building. So rather than just add these to the scrap pile, I'm gonna see if I can chip away all of this mortar and stonework so I can reuse them. Well, that was a lot easier than expected. Hopefully this one is just as easy. Easy peasy, and they're both very lovely stones. But where should I put them? This part's going to be a little tricky because I want to extend across here, but I don't want to go too much higher. So I want some flat stones, which are harder to come by. So maybe I can stick this one in somewhere there. And I've got this flat one here. Maybe it can go somewhere, I don't know, this way? Maybe this way? That might work. So I know this looks chaotic at the back, but the inside isn't going to matter so much. It's mostly the front face that I'm worried about. And the inside I'm going to figure something out later on. But it's looking okay. I still have a few more stones to find. I need to figure out what's going on over here. I haven't looked under these pieces of wood for a while. That wall seems mostly finished, maybe just a few more to go. And yeah, a few more over there and some small ones on the back. So while this is weirdly fun for me, I can't imagine watching me search for stones is the most entertaining viewing. So the camera's going away, and when you see me again, I'll have hopefully all the stones in place, ready to mortar them in. Okay, I'm back, but it's actually a brand new day because yesterday got way too hot to continue working with stones. And so I basically gave up, but I feel like I made a pretty good dent and I've got lots of stones laid out to start work this morning. So even though working with stones in the hot sun got to be too much yesterday, it doesn't mean that I gave up completely on work. I ended up heading down to the garden where I started by harvesting the most gigantic and beautiful looking butternut squash. That whole plant is a volunteer, it was a surprise, and there's more babies on the way, so that's really exciting to see. Then I decided to give a little bit more attention to my very sad looking cherry tree. The leaves are mostly brown, but there is some sign of life. Some of them are green, and I know that the tree wants to live. So I decided to transplant some comfrey that had popped up in a weird place and move it over to the base of the tree. Because comfrey is a wonderful plant for the bottom of trees. It keeps weeds away, it pulls up nutrients from deep within the ground, and it acts as a living mulch as well. Plus it's just a fabulous plant for making fertilizer, and I love having it around. So I dug up the comfrey, divided it up into 4, and planted it around the cherry tree. And I'm hoping that it springs back to life and acts as a nice little companion plant for the tree, and that the cherry tree survives and thrives long into the future. It's actually meant to be tree planting season around now, but we haven't had any rain, so everyone's waiting for the first rains of the season to get more trees into the ground. So I have to decide which ones I want. I think I'm gonna finally fill up all of the remaining spaces with new trees, and I feel like I can fit about 5. I'm gonna go with one more pecan tree, and then I'm open to suggestions. So if anyone out there has any ideas, please let me know in the comments. And when I do get the trees in the ground, I'm definitely gonna try to surround them with comfrey at the base, like I did with the cherry tree. And so with the comfrey in its new location, I gave it a water for switching focus to something I've been meaning to do for ages, and that's picking green tomatoes. The garden is filled with tomatoes that aren't going to ripen before the plant dies. And my plan is to turn them into pickled green tomatoes, which at first, when I made it a couple years ago, sounded super weird, but it's really delicious. And so at the end of the growing season, I'm always quite excited to see these green tomatoes in the garden because I'm going to turn it into something very yummy. So the weather has been fabulous. I love these early evenings spent in the garden at this time of the year. It was nice to just have a wander around, look at stuff, do a little bit of weeding, and give everything a nice water as well before taking my harvest back up to the house. And then, of course, I couldn't finish my day without heading down to check on Sinead and Joachim to see what progress they'd made on this crazy water mine cleaning operation that they have going on down there. So you've been in here, Sinead?
I have.
That is terrifying.
I've been into the depths.
How far would you say you went down into this abyss?
I went until my boots were this much in sludge, and I was concerned I would get stuck there, and that's where I would live for the rest of my life.
So you retreated at that point?
I retreated when I thought I was going to get stuck, yeah.
You're not up for living in there?
I'm up for living in there at the moment.
You have such a nice yurt, you know?
At the moment. But I think after we clean this baby out next week, I would consider it.
Yeah, fui.
Yeah.
So things are happening. The progress has been absolutely amazing. Those guys did loads of stuff in just one day, and the digger's coming in a couple days, so it's going to be interesting to keep checking in on this project, and of course I'm going to keep you guys updated as well. And since I was already partway there, I decided to continue on down the hill to Sancha's place. She's got a lovely little wooden cabin, but the surrounding land has gotten crazy out of control. My friend Carrie has been with the strimmer and whipped through the place, spending a couple days doing that work. But there's a lot of brambles and grapevines and lots of overgrown stuff to deal with, especially if we plan on picking her olive trees down there. And her olives are looking pretty good, except for the fact that they're completely engulfed with lots of climbing things. So I went down to scope it out because my intention is to spend a day down there very soon, chopping back all of the overgrowth and trying to liberate the olive trees in time for picking. So Sancha is going to be here really soon, and I'm excited to see her. And of course, I'll also share any progress she makes down at her place as well, because she has some big plans for working on the cabin, and it'll be fun to see what she can get done. And so that was my day yesterday. It was busy, it was wonderful, it was fun, and then in the evening it started to rain, so I had to scramble a little bit to put some things under cover. But it was a lovely rain shower, even though it was a surprise, and it was nice to see the beautiful skies and to have a little bit of a sprinkle after a long time without any rain. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to get done today, and basically I'm going to start by trying to find a few better stones for along the back wall, especially some to fill in the spaces. And I have been very lucky with not having to chip or break or change the shape of the stones too much. I've been able to use what I've found, but the stones are becoming scarce, so I might have to start doing a little bit of hammering and chiseling and possibly even some angle grinding. So first up, let's find a stone for in there. So at the moment, I seem to have a lot of very large stones, or very small stones, but not a lot of the medium-sized ones. And this is what I'm going to need for the moment. So I have this lovely little circle around my lovely large fig tree. But you know what? I can rebuild this later on. For the moment, the Craic Shack foundation is my priority. So I feel like a lot of the stones in here could end up being good for me. So I'm going to dig them out and see if I can find spots for them. Oh, hello, little praying mantis. Look at this little guy. Hi. You're probably going to want to move somewhere. So go on you go. On you go. I love these things. So cool. Go on. This is a bad place to be. Nope, don't like you. So, let's see. Maybe you. Maybe not. Nope. So as you can see, this is very, very slow, methodical work, especially with the lack of stones to choose from. I'm not one of these pieces of land rich in stones. I really wish I was, because they're such a wonderful thing to build with, even though the work is quite heavy and can be frustrating at times. When you find that perfect stone, it really is a glorious feeling. Okay, so mixing by hand is no joke, but I believe Sinead has a cement mixer on her list for things to buy, so that's good news for the valley for the future. So the stones are placed, and then I think I promptly lost a stone. I think it's this one. My goal for the rest of the day is to finish this back wall. It really does depend on how much mortar I have, so I'll keep going until I run out, and if I have more, I'll carry on with the front wall as well. But right now I've got a few stones placed over here. They're looking good. The rest of the foundation I think needs a little bit more refinement. So let's get everything ready, and at the very least get this little corner in place before putting the camera away and just powering on with the work. here, little guy. Oh, come on. Hi. So the praying mantis is still hanging around on the stonework, which I don't think is a good spot for you, little guy. I know. I just think they're so fascinating. So let's put you somewhere safe so I can move that giant stone that you were sitting on. Come on. Let's go over here. I feel like you'll be happier frolicking under an apple tree. What do you think? There you go. But I hope you come back and visit me. See you later. So it's all a little soggy. I think I made my mix a bit too runny. That's okay. One thing I want to point out is that I'm not going to come out all the way to the edge with this mix, because eventually I'll go back and point it just like I've pointed the house. And so I want to leave some space for the next layer to go in. But it's proving difficult because of how wet this mix is. So maybe I'll let this harden up a little bit in the sun and focus more on placing more stones and getting them ready before I move on with more mortaring. So this is super slow work, very methodical, sometimes frustrating, sometimes very enjoyable, and it does take a bit of concentration. So we've got a couple stones in there, many more to go. I've got a big day ahead of me, so this is what I've got now, and I'll see you soon with hopefully a finished back wall. I'm back. It's a beautiful evening. It's about 6:30 p.m. and I'm completely and totally knackered because I've been working pretty nonstop on this wall. And though I've made some great progress, I think it is kind of hard to notice because I'm only going up a little stone here and there. But I think the back wall is done mostly. I'm happy with it. One stone in there maybe, and obviously fill in the gaps with some small stones. I've also put a stone here just because this still needs some work, and I've got a selection of stones to work from, but that's been a tricky part. I've added a couple more stones to this little central wall here. It's going to go in between the bathroom and the rest of the building. And I think my next step is to think about what I'm going to do for the bathroom, how big it's going to be, etc., etc. And then this part at the front has given me some headaches because I was banging away at something and then this one kind of fell off. So I've reattached that, found a good stone for this place. And then over here, first of all, this tool is amazing. Barbara left it behind after the workday and I've been using it quite a lot. Second of all, hi Larry. How's it going? You gonna say hi? It's been a while since we've seen you. Hi, little guy. Okay, back to it. I added a stone there. I think that one's a good fit. And yeah, for the most part, she's basically finished, except for that hole. So I'd had grand plans to work until I finished the mortar off, but I actually still have about a half a bucket left. And that's just because I'm completely exhausted. I'd also intended on trying to consolidate these stones and move them over towards the wall because that's where they'll be used. But again, exhaustion has taken hold and I'm calling it on work for today. And, oh, Mikey's there too. They've been basically lazing around all day on the bed, even though the weather is quite glorious out here. So, yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I'd like to say that I'll go for a walk or do something else, but yeah, stonework, she is no joke, and I'm tired. So I'm gonna end the video there. I hope you enjoyed this one. I feel like I have made a good push on the tool shed foundation. The Craic Shack foundation. Craic Shack just sounds so ridiculous to me, but I do love the name. I need to get in the habit of saying that. So the Craic Shack is coming along nicely, and I'm looking forward to working on it some more in the future. I think I've got some firewood work ahead of me for the next few days though. So we'll see how things unfold, but stuff is going well, and I am blabbering on as usual at the end of the video due to tiredness. So enough of that. I'll say goodbye. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.